What up everybody, this is Matt with Survivalist 2012, and today we're going to show you guys how to prepare and can your own homegrown tomatoes, and we're going to make them into salsa. So basically here we are at our garden. We just picked our tomatoes. These are all the ingredients that we need to make salsa. I am going to let you guys know that my cilantro didn't make it this year, so that is cilantro from the store. And onions. I don't have onion growing skills. Maybe I need to acquire that. But these are homegrown tomatoes. These are Better Boy tomatoes, fresh from my garden. And then we got some Hungarian hot peppers that we're going to be throwing in the mix as well. So I got a special little treat for you guys today. You guys are actually going to meet my wife for the first time. She's going to be helping us with this. So we're going to go ahead and take these in, get them prepared, and we'll show you guys how we can our salsa. So alright guys, we're inside and getting everything prepared. This is my wife Molly, and she's going to be doing most of the prep for me while I kind of narrate the video. First thing we're going to do is we are going to get about 4 pounds of tomatoes, and we are going to make sure it's 4 pounds by putting it on the scale and seeing how much we have. Make sure we have just enough. So 4.3 pounds. So we have enough tomatoes. And now what my wife is going to do, she's going to take those tomatoes and she's going to put them in the hot water bath for about 35 to 45 seconds. And that's basically just to soften them up, to get them prepared to de-skin them. And when we do that, we're going to put them in a ice water bath. So about 35-45 seconds in the hot water makes it a lot easier for the skins to come off. So she's going to go ahead and do that. We're going to get them in the water bath. We're going to get them peeled, diced, and we're also going to dice up the rest of our ingredients, which is going to be 3 onions, about 9 cloves of garlic, cilantro, and our Hungarian hot peppers. So we'll be right back after we get this all prepped for you, and we'll go ahead and get started from there. Thanks. Alright guys, we're back. My wife is finishing up cutting the last 2 tomatoes. She did get 3 whole onions cut up. We have a third of a cup of cilantro, a third of a cup, or I'm sorry, it's actually 9 garlic cloves minced up. We have a teaspoon and a half of pickling salt and a teaspoon and a half of cumin. We also have our Hungarian hot peppers. We only use 2 of them because they are actually really hot. So we got all that chopped up and ready to go. My wife is finishing up with the tomatoes here. And before we put those in our large saucepan, we're going to go ahead and put our jars in the boiling water for 10 minutes to get those all sanitized. And there she is finishing up with the tomatoes. And then she's going to grab, we got a couple jars in already. We're going to go ahead and grab our last 2 sitting over there. And we're going to put those in this large saucepan so we can sanitize them along with the lids. You got to sanitize those lids too. You don't have to sanitize the rings, just the jars and lids. And she is dropping them in the boiling water. So you want to sanitize those for at least 10 minutes, guys, along with the lids. And we already have some in there sanitizing, so that was just the purpose of the video, to show you guys that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the contents of our tomatoes, and that was 4 pounds of whole peeled tomatoes that we chopped up. She's going to add those into the pan, the saucepan. She's also going to mix in the 2 Hungarian hot peppers. The teaspoon and a half of cumin and pickling salt. The 9 garlic cloves minced. And then the 3 whole chopped onions. And then cilantro, you can put, we chopped up a whole lot. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this to a boil first. After 7 minutes, we're gonna add our cilantro. Oh, I forgot one step. 1/3 of a cup of lime juice. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring this to a boil for about 7 to 8 minutes. After that, you'll add your cilantro. Now we've cut up a lot of cilantro. We're not going to use all of that because we don't want our salsa just to taste like nothing but cilantro. So we're going to go ahead and get this to a boil. We'll add the cilantro and we'll be right back. All right guys, we're back. We got our mix there boiling. So my wife is going to go ahead and put in, you know, you put in cilantro to taste. So she's just going to put in 2 heaping gulps, or what you want to call them, of cilantro. And she's going to stir that up while it's boiling. She's going to stir all that up. And then what she's going to do after that, after she gets it all nice and stirred up, she's going to go ahead and turn off the stove and let it come to a simmer. Let it quit boiling. For about 15 minutes, we're going to let it sit in that pot. And then we're going to go ahead and start filling up our jars. And we're gonna start with the canning process. So we'll be right back. All right guys, we're back and we are starting the canning process. What my wife is gonna do, we just got the jars out of the water, so they're all nice and sanitized. My wife's gonna put the funnel in the top, and she's gonna start ladling the salsa into the jar. And basically you wanna keep, I think it's a 1/4 inch of headroom. So what she'll do is she'll ladle 2 scoops in there, and she'll bring it up just below that bottom ring there. Let's see, so guys, just about right there, guys. So that's a perfect amount. Then she's going to take a paper towel and she's going to wipe the rim, because you don't want any kind of imperfections there when you go ahead and put the lid on. You don't want any kind of imperfections, otherwise it will not seal properly. So she wipes the rim all the way around the top, and then she puts the lid on with the band. Tighten it about hand tight. You don't need to over tighten it. And she'll do the same thing here. We already canned just about all of them, except these last 2 that we're gonna kind of show you guys how to can them or put them in the jars or whatnot. See if she even has enough to do the final can. If not, this will be the one that we put in the fridge. As long as you eat it within 2 weeks, you should be good to go. So if there's not enough there to fill this up, we'll put it in the fridge and eat it within 2 weeks. Yeah, there's not enough. So we actually ended up getting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jars out of it. So what she'll do here, she'll just get this one ready. This one will be ours. We'll eat it probably tonight. She'll put 9 jars in our little can lifter. She'll bring it over here to the pot. She'll drop that in, and we'll let that go for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll pop a lid on, and then we'll be right back and we'll show you guys the finished product. All right guys, we're back. I'm actually going to do this part for my wife because it gets so hot in there it burns her hand. So it's been 15 minutes. As you can see, our timer went off. We're going to go ahead and lift these out. I am going to warn you guys, it gets really hot, especially if you use one of these little jar lifters. I'm going to lift this out, set it over here. Basically what we're going to do is we are going to let these jars sit for 24 hours so they can finish their process. When you bring them out, they're going to be blazing hot, so don't touch them. Let them sit for 24 hours. After that 24-hour period, if the cans do not pop in, if they do not suck in, you can actually hear them doing it right now. Basically, these jars will go through a little process that I've seen before. They'll pop out and then they'll suck in after 24 hours. We're going to let these sit for 24 hours. If they do not sealed properly, you can try to open them up, take the lid off, and start the process again, or you could just put this in your fridge and eat within 2 weeks, and you should be good to go. So soon as these cool down, 24 hours, we'll show you guys the finished product. All right, guys, we're back. It's been 24 hours. Our jars have cooled down. I just wanted to show you the consistency of the jars and what they look like. It's not bad for homemade salsa. Makes 10 jars, perfect. 4 pounds of tomatoes and the rest of the ingredients. I'll add the ingredients down in below, so you guys don't have to rewind the video so many times. And I would also like to say thanks to my wife Molly, Mrs. Survivalist 2012, for helping me out with this video, and we'll see if she has anything to add.
I wanted to say, if you are going to keep these, make sure and label them with the month and the year. And also, if you wanted to give them to friends or family, you can actually decorate them really cute and give them as gifts. And thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Survivalist 2012, for helping us with this video. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. So thanks for watching. This is Matt, Survivalist 2012. Peace.